Hello everyone, you're watching Bites of Books. My name is Paulina and today I am coming to you with my Booktubeathon Wrap Up. Yesterday I finished reading exactly when Booktubeathon is supposed to end, and I think it was a really good week. I got a lot of reading done, much more than I anticipated I would get done, and it was simply an excellent week of reading and fun videos and starting this channel. And yeah, so here are the books I read. I'm going to tell you which challenges I managed to get done, and yeah, so I changed them a bit around from what my TBR said I was going to do, so yeah, a few of them are changed, but here we are. Okay, so for the challenge of book with a person on the cover, we have Copenhagen, and you can see there are actually 3 people on the cover. And I finished reading this one, I believe, on the 4th or 5th day, and it's a really short play, and it talks about this meeting that happened between Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg in 1941, right when World War II is happening, and it's just a really interesting conversation between the 3 of them, because it's Bohr, Margaret, Bohr's wife, and Heisenberg, about why was the Heisenberg visited Bohr at that time when there was a lot of spying and there was a lot of things that you couldn't be doing, and things for which Germany could really just take you and put you in jail or kill you. And it was a very strange moment for them, and all of the reasons why that happened are explored in this play, and it's just a really amazing view of that time of history. So yeah, that was book 1. And then for the hyped book, I read Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. And this one was, at the beginning, I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, well, this is kind of like high school, the bullying and all of that. And I have read that kind of book before, so I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or if I was really going to be that interested in it. But about halfway through, like, I was like really wanting to solve the mystery of who is Blue and what's happening. And basically, this story is that Simon starts emailing someone named Blue, and they don't know like their true identities. They just know that they both go to the same school, and throughout their emails they start telling each other many things about themselves, like personal things, and like getting to really know each other, and they fall in love. And so eventually, like, they have to figure out if they're going to meet, if like everything that is happening in their real lives is going to affect their relationship or not. And it's just a really interesting book about love and about relationships, not just romantic ones, but also with your friends and with your family, trust issues. And yeah, it was a really good book. I definitely really liked it, and there is a part that I really enjoyed where they basically say that the perfect diet is basically made up of Oreos, like Oreos for everything, like the whole day, and just supplemented with milk, or maybe like Oreos in cakes or in ice cream or fried Oreos. The fried Oreos maybe was a bit too much, but I definitely support that kind of diet. So I don't know, maybe I'll go get some Oreos after this. And then the next one is the book that I read in one day, and there were a few of those actually, but the one that I chose for that is Saga Volume 2. I actually read this in like, I don't know, like half an hour. I need to go get to the 3rd book at the library, and the rest of them, I don't even know how many there are. But I hope there aren't that many so that I can actually read them soon. And yes, I really enjoyed this. This is volume 2, so I can't really say much about it, but definitely great sci-fi, fantasy, graphic novel. Again, there are some excellent drawings and art, and yeah, really, really good. And then character who's very different from you. With this one, I chose the book that my sister told me to read, which is The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. And this book is basically about this hero who has he's basically now gone away from his kingdom, or from his place of birth, where he has grown up, where he knew how to fight, and where he really was a strong person who protected everyone, because he basically has lost faith in himself. And if you have played the game where you play as Link, you don't get that much insight into what he's thinking. Like, you just kind of go and defeat the monsters or solve the puzzles and things like that. You go on the adventure. But this manga is really excellent because you get to go inside his head to see what he's going through, how he's actually really scared, and how he is more scared of failing than of the monsters. And it's just a really, really cool insight into Twilight Princess and these characters, not just Link, but also Midna, the Twilight Princess. And yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get the other mangas because my sister only has the first one, and yeah, we'll see how these are. And then for the book that I read outdoors, that was Saga Volume 1. I already talked a little bit about this, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was just really different and very unexpected in many ways, but I really, really enjoyed it. And like I said, I'm going to go and get the other ones as soon as I can. So that was 5 challenges that I accomplished. And now for the challenge for the cover by, or the book that I got just because of the cover, I switched it up to The Locust and the Bird because I remember that when I got this book, I was immediately drawn to it because of the spine, which is just really beautiful, like salmon colored spine with the the white writing. And it's just really beautiful, and I hadn't seen something like this. It reminded me a little bit maybe of Casablanca or something like that. And I just really wanted to get this book, also because on the cover it says my mother's story, and I don't know, I'm really drawn to those kinds of stories, so I just kind of got it straight because of that. And I remember that I started reading this book that same day. Like, I just read like the first 2 pages or so, and I was completely hooked. So that was after buying it, but I didn't actually read it until this week. And so I really, really love this book. This was probably my favorite book of the whole week. And yeah, I'm really, really glad that I read this. And then finally, I'm supposed to read 7 books, and I can say that I actually did read 7 books with Sapi. And I already talked about this book. It's just a really awesome illustrated book about love, about relationships, about all of the little things that we might take for granted in some of our relationships, not just romantic ones, but also like family ones and friendships and things like that. So yeah, this was the 7th book, and so with all that, I managed to read 7 books, which I think I can show you the stack. And yeah, so I would say that is my very, very successful Booktubeathon 2017. I had previously done Booktubeathon, but I have never read as many books as I did this time. I think the most I had read before was maybe like 3 books, and I think the graphic novels and the manga really, really helped. So for any readathon that happens from now on, I will definitely be doing that more than trying to read like full-on novels or things like that. So yeah, that was the wrap-up for today. It was a great week, and I will be making more videos about other things. And yeah, so stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!